Good afternoon. Today I am presenting about Aadhaar, how it has transformed one of the poor state into a developing state, that is Jharkhand. Jharkhand is in the eastern part of the country, and it was earlier a very poor state having a tribal people, and it is transforming now. It is most developing state right now. How it has gone? First of all, let us understand what is Aadhaar, and thereafter we will go to the Jharkhand project. Aadhaar is a 12-digit identity number with a mission to provide unique ID to all Indian residents, and the second mission is to online seamless authentication of the Aadhaar to the residents of India. For enrollment, it is only one time process. Government collects data, deduplicates it, and then issues a 12-digit number. For authentication, it is a recurring effort. Whenever any services is delivered, you have to go to some point of sale, authenticate yourself with your biometric, and then this data is matched with your data kept in the data server. If it is matched, that means you are the same person who you claim to be, and then the services are delivered. In collecting the Aadhaar, we are taking a very standardized attribute, that is only name, gender, date of birth and address, and that data along with the face image, 10 fingerprints and 2 iris is sent to our data center. In data center, it is matched with all the existing data. If it does not match, then it is a unique number. If it is unique, then one 12-digit Aadhaar number is generated, and it is issued to the resident, communicated by post, as well as electronic Aadhaar is available. After this kind of enrollment centers are there where the people in Jharkhand are queuing for the collection of data. After that, after issue of 12-digit Aadhaar number, that resident is empowered to become authenticable anywhere. The purpose of this authentication is that you forget about any card. Do not keep any smart card or anything. Just be present with your biometric at any place and establish yourself that who are you. Just put your any of the biometrics, maybe iris, maybe fingerprint, and establish that are you the same person who you claim to be. That means for identity, no paper identity card, no other card is required. Simply 12-digit number you can keep, remember or save in your mobile number and go anywhere in India. This is done by authentication server. Authentication server is here, which have a authentication server agency, and authentication server agency transmits the data to authentication user agency. Authentication user agency are generally government and private public sector undertakings who are getting data, authentication data for establishing the identity of a person, and the person goes to the authentication user agency, gives his biometric records, and he is verified. After verification, whatever government services, private services he wants to avail, he can avail. Where are we today? As on date, if you go by a sector, that is adult population, it is about 98% of adult population has got Aadhaar. But if you go by some children are left, some up to 18 years old children are still to be enrolled for Aadhaar. Therefore, our enrollment has reached to 941 million, and data collection is 959 million out of 1.25 billion population. Now, the most important part is that this is very cost effective data collection, because the data collection, deduplication, Aadhaar generation, its total cost is only $1.06, $1.06. And it gives empowerment to a resident or citizen. It is resident centric. Resident is empowered for having mobile connections, bank account, insurance, LPG connections, government services, train or air travel. Hassle-free he can go with his biometric data and a Aadhaar number. It is also a payment address. Through this Aadhaar number, any state government or government of India, government companies as well as private companies can transfer through a payment bridge, which is known as the Aadhaar payment bridge, their money to the targeted population. Targeted population means below poverty line population, old age people. This targeted population can get cash or benefit seamlessly through the Aadhaar payment bridge. This is a convenience. Some of the schemes which is run by Government of India is Social Security Pension, National Guaranteed Wages Payment, Scholarship Payment. All these are routed through the Aadhaar payment bridge, and it is going to the bank account of the resident. After that, through authentication, he can withdraw. Here there are 2 points. First part is whether this amount flows to the resident's account or not. Banking transaction ensures that exact amount has gone into that account. The second part is whether that amount has been received by that person or not. Through authentication, it is ensured that he has received also that benefit or the amount. The 2 parts are ensured through this payment bridge. Thus, this amount goes directly to the resident. There is no leakages. No middleman can get any leak out of that money. Now, the applications in India, all India it is running, providing food security, food, pension payment, wages payment, financial transaction, managing attendance, and adding new beneficiaries. Now I am talking to the Jharkhand government. In Jharkhand is this yellow state, one of the small state of the India. It has about 80,000 square feet area with forest coverage of 1/3. It is very rich in coal, iron ore, limestone, copper, uranium, and gold. Population is 33 million, but the BPL population is, BPL means below poverty line population is 14 million. So, the government welfare scheme in Jharkhand is NREGA and National Social Security Assistance, food security, scholarships, midday meal to students, Indira Awas Yojana, and so many more schemes are there. But government was anxious in 2010 how to bring the administrative efficiency in the department and how to make financial and social inclusion of some of the persons like rickshaw pullers, beggars, transitory residents, disabled, orphans, displaced people, how to make these people, bring these people in the mainstream, and how to get online evidence of the benefits passing on to the resident. Then Aadhaar came in 2010, Jharkhand government signed MOU in 2010, and after signing the Aadhaar enrollment started in September 2010. As on date, 100% people of Jharkhand has been enrolled, all have got Aadhaar, and data digitization is 100% in all schemes. After data digitization, a resident data hub have been established, and they have floated Aadhaar based mobile applications for service delivery. This is one of the screenshot of NREGA wages. Then NREGA means guaranteed wage scheme for the workers of Jharkhand. 98% people have enrolled for Aadhaar platform. They are getting their wages through a simple micro ATM. A person goes to the micro ATM which has inbuilt biometric device. He authenticates himself that yes, I am the person who I am claimed to be. Thereafter he gets his wages from that platform, and this small device is connected to the server of the bank, then it is connected to the server of the government. So government knows that this much wages I have paid. Bank knows that this much transactions have occurred and the person has got the money. All three things are going seamlessly. This is a kit of India Post. India Post is one of the department who is also making the financial transactions for not only wages, social security pension and so many schemes. And it has cost of only $200. It has one tab, one iris device, tab with biometric device, this Bluetooth printer, and after that a person authenticates. After authentication, this kind of transaction places. This is approval of the transaction and thereafter he gets money. Similarly, attendance scheme. Many government officers of India are here, they are experiencing the attendance. Attendance system is running in government departments including Jharkhand government. In attendance also, just you give your last 4 digit or first 4 digit or 6 digit of the Aadhaar number and thereafter you put your finger. Your Aadhaar is deduplicated and after that it is authenticated. After authentication, your opening time and closing time and how much time you have been in the office, every record is there. This authentication is occurring with help of the iris devices also. Other kind of biometric devices are also there. For midday meal is also one of the scheme like US schools. In school children, they got lunch. In India also, a lot of schools run by the government are granting them midday meal. For this purpose, government was ensuring that whether the teacher is actually present to teach those students, educate the students. Number 2, whether the students are actually getting those meals. These two things were required to be ensured. For that purpose, first of all, teacher goes for authentication. That means he is present. He is imparting education, this is teacher's authentication, and after that student comes here, students authenticates, and what he is getting, these are the menu of his card of his meal, whether he is getting this much amount of food or not, and after going through this food, he gets a green signal, that means he has got the food. That means whatever quantity, quality is stated, that quantity and quality of food that student is getting or not, that is ensured. Similarly, in food security, a person goes to the restaurant shop, he authenticates his fingerprint and thereafter he gets the menu of what are the list of items, food items, what you want to select. After selecting that, out of his total due quantity, he can select whatever he likes. He can take entire quantity, he can take the partial quantity, and after selecting the quantity, he will get through the electronic weigh scale his share of food items. So now the question is, what we have achieved in Jharkhand? What was the outcome of this Aadhaar project? How successful it has been? It has been very successful for social and financial inclusion. Aadhaar camps were set up for rickshaw pullers separately, beggars separately, displaced and disabled person at their location, and their data were collected. Their Aadhaar were delivered and thereafter their accounts were open. In India there is one scheme, JAM. JAM means Jan Dhan. Jan Dhan means financial inclusion. A means Aadhaar and M means mobile connection. These three things are the JAM is the primary project of the government of India, which includes social and financial inclusion of all the residents of Jharkhand. And after that, government benefits are reaching directly in the hands of the people. There is no middleman, no proof of leakages in the process. Online real-time transactions is going on. As per the report of Jharkhand government, 25% of fake and duplicate data has been removed, resulting into saving in the subsidy of 250 million. 250 million subsidy saving means it is not that government is saving that amount. They again included some more beneficiary using that amount saving, and they also enhanced the benefit of the existing beneficiary. And thereafter the government officials are coming in time. They have the ability to know the senior officers who are coming in time, who are not coming in time. That attendance system in Jharkhand has been linked to their payment system. Payment system means the salary disbursement. So if you are late by say 30 hours in a month, you will get the reduced salary. That has been linked in Jharkhand, ensuring the transparency by the government. And what was the impact of this thing? This is the last very important thing for Jharkhand. What was the impact? Impact is empowering resident. In Jharkhand, there was one more important problem, that ladies and gents both are working, but gents is getting the wages of ladies also. Ladies are working, but they are not getting the benefits of their work. They are not getting their wages. For that purpose, if the lady is authenticating her biometric at a place of authentication, her wages cannot be taken by her husband. Only she can take empowerment of that resident. And then mobility and convenience comes here. How it is mobility and convenience? In India, one state, resident of one state goes to the another part of the country, and there again he is asked for a new identity. But Aadhaar is universal identity for entire country. So he can go anywhere in the India with only one Aadhaar, and thereafter he can get jobs, he can be self-employed, he can do whatever business he wants to do. Second part is acceptability. If you are booking tickets online, give your Aadhaar number, it is accepted. If you are applying for passport, give your Aadhaar, go to the passport center, authenticate yourself, you are verified. If you are filing online income tax return, then also you put your Aadhaar, you need not file a signed copy of Aadhaar. That is your digital identity. Coming to second part, the impact. How it has transformed the Jharkhand. Jharkhand is now most emerging state in India. In India, GDP rate has increased from 4.8% in 2010 to 8.45% in 2014. That means it is just doubled. Again, the child mortality rate has come down from 4.1% to 3.6%. It has empowered the women, as we have told that NREGA wages, National Guarantee Wages Program, is being taken by the women itself through biometric authentication. Coming to financial inclusion, it was a big hurdle for the poor people to go to the bank, open a bank account, because of two problems. Number one, they were not having the identity card. They were not having sufficient money required for opening a bank account. First problem was identity problem. This problem was resolved by issuing Aadhaar. After getting Aadhaar, Aadhaar is a universal identity in India, so identity problem is solved. Second problem is getting this, getting the money. Government introduced Jan Dhan scheme, which means you can open account in any bank at zero balance, no amount is required. That means all the excluded people, outreach people, were included in the system in financial transactions. Secondly, it is doorstep banking. It is not required that you visit the bank. You give a call, a small biometric device will come to your doorstep, they will authenticate yourself, they will verify your data, and thereafter they will open the account instantly at your doorstep. You need not go to the bank, bank will come to your door. Not only for opening the account, for disbursing money also. Pragya Kendra, in Jharkhand there is one named Pragya Kendra. Pragya Kendra is Citizen Service Center. Citizen Service Center has been established, which will deliver cash at your village, at your residence. And thereafter, administrative discipline. Once the biometric attendance was implemented by Jharkhand government, the habit of coming in time to the office has improved. Everybody is coming in time. They are going at time, leaving office at time, and by that the administrative efficiency has also improved. Availability of data in a standard for most important part, long-term impact is data. Now Jharkhand has a state resident data hub. That state resident data hub has 33 million data, and these 33 million data can be deduplicated, authenticated, and can be made available for any scheme. This data is more important from the point of view of not only warehousing, for business intelligence. Business intelligence means I want to know that one person how much benefit is taking, how much government benefit is taking, and second is of impact analysis. After getting this data, after getting so much benefit, whether really he has improved his lifestyle or not. I have given $1,000, government has given $1,000. What happened to that person? Really, whether there is any improvement in the lifestyle or not? That is now measured. That is really measured in Jharkhand, which was not possible in absence of a central data hub. And last one is building trust between government and public. Normally, it's the problem of the government that nobody trusts the government. That's the one of the point. But after getting entire amount, removing fakes and duplicates, removing leakages, and getting entire money in the hands, the public is now more trusting the government. Government officials, their entire machinery are trusted, and by this way, government has improved a lot in Jharkhand. The service delivery has improved. Their administrative efficiency has improved. Their way of working has improved, and indirectly, it has given process re-engineering of entire department by linking all the databases, making a common platform of Aadhaar, and then connecting each data to other. So this was in summary, the Jharkhand state database. Thank you very much. Any questions? Yeah, there.
One question, I have two questions. One is data security. What are the steps being taken in that aspect? And the second is in terms of healthcare service delivery, how is Aadhaar doing anything? Because that's my area of interest. Yeah. So I'm curious to see, you talked about financial independence and access to banking and other things, but in terms of healthcare service delivery, is there anything that Aadhaar is doing?
Yeah. First question is data security. Data security means data at the time of input, data at the time of transiting, and data at the place of warehouse. Number one, when we are collecting data, that data is collected and kept in encrypted form. The person who is punching the data, even he has not got any access to remove, he has not got access to update or delete the data. This data is encrypted and goes directly to our server, that is known as the CIDR, and with a key, that is public key, it is opened there. That means first one is that data at the time of input, and at transmitting the data, it is secure. In transmitting, there is one more factor, that the entire data is secured by way of transmitting through a secured file transfer protocol, SFTP. Okay. After going to our database, again that data is after deduplication and making a unique Aadhaar number, 12-digit number. It is kept in the data center. Our data centers or data warehouse are equipped in such a manner that they will not give the data to any person unless the person resident itself agrees to share the data. That means, if I am the resident, if I do not give my consent to share the data, my data cannot be shared with anyone. That means, if you want the service delivery for using Aadhaar, you give your consent by way of biometric or a physical form, whatever you like. So that means data is secured, no doubt. Second part is that how it is going to be linked with the health services. In India also there is one service, that is National Service, the Health Service, so I have not mentioned here, that is NRHM, National Rural Health Mission. National Rural Health Mission has integrated a lot of resident data with Aadhaar. What a simple thing they have to do, that any agency who wants to get these things, he had to sign an agreement with Unique Identification Authority of India, becoming Authentication User Agency. In short, it is known as AUA. If you become AUA, then that data can be shared only if the resident agrees to it. Once you get the data, that means what are the benefits? You need not punch the data, name, address, photograph, gender, etc. You need not punch, and you will ensure that the benefit accrues to that person, and that is the unique benefit. I hope I have satisfied. Yeah.
Now the GDP of, what is the linkage between the GDP going from 4?
Yeah, that's very good question. That if the people are empowered, that means money flows directly in the hands of the person, their purchasing power increases, and purchasing power increases, that means production increases. Production increases means the GDP increases. First thing. Second thing is that, other than that also, that if the entire money goes directly to the system in a transparent money, there is no black money. Black money doesn't add to the GDP, and if black money is not there, it is white money, it is altogether adding to our economy.
Do you have some idea about how much money has been disbursed between?
I have just told that in 1 year analysis, 325 million has been saved, and saved means that has been again circulated into the economy, and circulation means GDP is growing. Yeah, Raman.
No doubt it has Aadhaar has done a tremendous job in the country and that's all the states. But I have still some query. I just want maybe I don't have the knowledge or I want to gain the experience. Like you said, it has related. It has made the Jharkhand developing. It has gone to the development of the Jharkhand state. Now, I want to just know from you what is whether any study has been carried out, what are the development index that it has been taken, because that is very important for the measuring the development. So what are the development index that has been taken, whether any study has been done with respect to development index, and there are two kinds of development, one is absolute, one is relative. So if we are focused on Jharkhand, there can be absolute development, but there can be relative development with all other states, which Aadhaar is being implemented all throughout the country. So in all other states, what has been the development index and what have been developed? So relative development. So whether any study has been done, maybe a study might have been done, I am not aware. This was number one question. Number two was related to what he asked. Like I have not been able to visualize how Aadhaar has been able to lower the child mortality rate. But it was in your slide. Child mortality rate has increased all throughout the country. But how Aadhaar has helped that in a particular state of Jharkhand?
Yeah.
And there was there is no data duplication that is being said. But any software program has a statistical analysis. and there is a chances of data duplicacy. And in Aadhaar software that has been developed, so far it is a 1% only. So 1% data has been duplicated. So the problem is like what is the way ahead to reduce that 1%?
Now, first of all, I don't know what is your source of 1% duplicate data. There is no source, we do not know 1% data
So there is
duplicates.
a disagreement between you and me.
No.
I can show there are data. I can
Okay, if it is so, please show me. But so far, we have not gone through any 1% data duplicate. Of course, this is known as the true match and false match. The true match has been estimated to be 0.01%, but in fact, it never happened. Now, it was estimated that there may be duplicates, but it never happened. Number one part. Second part of your question is that a task force under the chairmanship of Mr. Nandan Nilekani has studied the benefits and savings of Aadhaar.
So I'm talking about development index.
Yeah.
I'm not
I am coming to that point. Please listen to me. And then that task force has shown the development metrics. They have just now, a few days back, submitted one report, and they have shown the metrics how it is going to adding in the economy. In that itself, they have projected that my colleague is here. In DBTL itself, a lot of savings has happened. And once the savings happens and it comes to the economy, naturally there is development. Number one part. And that data is not right now with me. I can show you just after this peer-to-peer. That is online available. I can show you that is linked to the development of the country. That data is. Now, the second part is that how the child mortality rate has improved. That child mortality rate is also related to the nutrition fact. If a person doesn't have money, he cannot feed the children. Secondly, if he sends to the school, he doesn't get the improved quality meal. He doesn't have the nutrition healthy. So these two things were ensured by the government by giving direct money in the hands of the person, and by that way, it is also adding to the child mortality rate. You are right that it is not the only fact. There are several other factors also, but it is also one of the factors.
The development index that we're talking about is financial development, not anything else.
No, other than financial impact also, other impact are also quantitative as well as qualitative, and I can show you that report after this peer-to-peer. Yeah, please.
Thank you. We have, that we have a big election problem due to identity cards, because we don't have reliable identity cards or money, and the top-up cards, which are election cards, are falsifiable easily. So one of the options for that in the government is to use the electronic ID cards. Have you used this, and do you have experience on linking the ID card to the election schemes or not?
Yeah, election also in Jharkhand it was linked, and 75% of residents have linked. But the problem remained that later on there was a court case in Supreme Court, and thereafter it was stopped. Since it is sub judice on certain issues, it is not now being implemented by the Election Commission.
What was the problem, sir?
They have a different problem that some, I have told that 98-99% are linking Aadhaar. They are linking, they are happy, they are getting the benefits. But some people or some group of people are not satisfied. They are telling that they have a privacy issue, how they can share their data. though I have told repeatedly that only with the consent of the person data is shared, but still they have challenged this action in the Supreme Court, and till matter is decided by our Supreme Court, it is withheld.
Can you give us some magnitude about the authentication cost involved with the system and who bears the cost?
Yeah, authentication cost is, if I tell in dollar, it will be even $0.0001. But coming to the Indian rupee, that is 0.05 rupee. Yeah, but right now it is free to all department till 2015 December. After that, government has to decide whether they will take any charge or it is free of cost.
Thank you for your presentation. It's interesting to hear about this program, and I wanted to follow up with one of the other points you mentioned. You mentioned how this is a voluntary program. People don't have to choose to enlist in it. And yet there's been almost 100% compliance. And I was trying to think of any other voluntary program where there is compliance. There's usually not 100% compliance even when it is a matter of law. And so in that case, this obviously going into the design, it was leaving a gap for those who didn't wish to opt in for the benefits that you outlined. And I was wondering if you could maybe articulate what are some of the reasons that people are giving for choosing to not be part of the system. So privacy was one that you came up with. Are there other points that people bring up? And then just kind of explaining that side of it.
Yeah, since it is a voluntary program, we are not telling anybody compulsorily to come to our enrollment program. They can come voluntarily and enroll themselves. But the strength is that 98% people has shown their willingness. In Jharkhand, 100% they have come. They have got the identity card. That means it is well accepted by general public. But a few persons do not like Aadhaar, they are not coming to it. It is upon those people. Only one reason is that I have a privacy issue. Though government time and again assured their privacy problem that without your consent data will not be shared, but they are still not convinced. Okay, so they are not coming to this system. But I think that if they will go through the benefits of Aadhaar, then they will definitely they will definitely come to the system. My colleague Alok is here.
I would like to comment on this particular aspect.
1 minute. My colleague Alok is here. I am just mentioning his program, that is DBT. That means if you want LPG subsidy, it is voluntary, you can get in bank account also, you can get through Aadhaar payment features. If you go for direct bank account, it takes 5 days to 10 days. If you go through the Aadhaar system, it is transferred instance in a day or next day definitely. So easy and convenient way of transferring of the benefits is the major strength of this program. That's why acceptability is much more.
One of the reasons why people were not willing to join Aadhaar was the speed of the implementation of Aadhaar program. This program was actually conceptualized and formulated in 2009, if I am not wrong, 2009 or 10. Yeah, and then if you see the population in this country, it is 1.2 billion people. So you have to enroll every person in this program to have the exact benefit or more benefit we wanted to provide. So what happened when we started implementing our scheme, many of the people might not be knowing that in India we have dual pricing in provision of liquefied petroleum gas. So we are providing subsidized LPG up to certain quantity, and beyond that we are providing the LPG at market price. What was happening earlier, we were providing the subsidized LPG at the subsidized cost. So there was a dual pricing, and that has motivated some of the people to divert the subsidized LPG for unauthorized users. we wanted to curb this malpractice, and we found that if we are able to provide LPG at market price and provide subsidy directly into the bank account, then it will be a kind of uniform pricing in the market, and that will eliminate the diversion. The biggest question was, what should be the identity number which should be linked with the person to prove that he is the actual person eligible for the beneficiary. Aadhaar is the only number which is available in our country which has got unique identity. So no person can have two Aadhaar. It has got 99.99% accuracy. So we decided to link this Aadhaar number with the LPG subsidy. What happened that because at that time when we started the scheme, the Aadhaar enrollment was very less. So people had some resistance that if it is made mandatory, then they will be denied subsidy if they are not having Aadhaar number. So that became a major factor, and people started going to the court and different forum and saying that there is a privacy issue. Actually, there is no privacy issue as such if you see. It is only the resistance because they were thinking that they will be denied subsidies. They started opposing this program. Now, because the 98% enrollment has already been completed, so there is a chance that this issue of right to privacy and other things will die out. The matter is still pending the court. So the government has taken a different approach. So what we have done, we said, okay, fine. If you are saying that Aadhaar should not be made mandatory, we will keep it voluntary. So people who are having Aadhaar number, they can link Aadhaar with the subsidy. If they are not having Aadhaar number, they can simply provide us the bank account details. So we will provide directly subsidy into the bank account. From the administration perspective, having Aadhaar linkage is more important because it is giving you more accurate result and also ensuring that the eligible beneficiaries are only getting the subsidy. But then from the people's perspective, because they were not having Aadhaar initially, we decided let's give them the second option also so that they can also join this scheme. Gradually now we are asking people to shift to Aadhaar because the Aadhaar related money transfer process is more simple than the money transfer process in absence of the Aadhaar. The second issue is that you can have two bank accounts, but you can't have two Aadhaar. So if you are linking your money with the Aadhaar, you are ensuring that the subsidy is going to the right person. But a person can give two bank accounts and has two LPG connections. And by that way, he can manipulate the system. So we are trying hard and people are coming forward in fact that right to privacy issue is dying out now. Except that it is pending in the court.
Correct.
One very basic question. Why only 12 digits has been taken? Why not more than 12? Why not less than 12?
That is, 12 digit is not required. It is a question that why it is 12 digit. 12 digit is also not required. If you are projecting a population up to 100 billion, I am not talking about 1.25 billion, then 10 digit number is required because that is a permutation, combination, so many things are there that can be done. But 2 check digit has been kept in the Aadhaar. That's why that is 12 digit. Okay.
In regard to security issues, my question is, do you have so far identity theft issue? And the second question is, you mentioned that all your data are stored in a data warehouse in India. So that raises the question of the security of the data warehouse. So are you thinking about cloud computing or something like doing backup overseas?
Okay. Number one question is that your data security. Data security is in warehouse is that that is kept at a cloud. That cloud has 5,000 servers. And secondly, a backup is also kept somewhere else. So that means data is not going to be done. Second part is whether there was any theft or not. Till now, from 2011 we are using the authentication services. Till now there is no theft of any authentication data. Is it okay or any?
All your data are in India, right?
Yeah.
All the data are in
all are in India, in India only, and we are not hiring any cloud. We have our own cloud.
Yeah, that's the point.
We are not hiring.
If you
What
want
you have
to
told, I
implement-
understood that if you hire, then some private agency have the access. But we are not hiring. We have our own cloud.
No, my question is, if you want a high level of security,
Yeah.
you may probably think to have some other servers somewhere outside India.
Not necessarily.
Not necessary.
Other integrations, you know.
No, that is not required. That is not necessary. What is required, I agree with you, that you cannot keep it at one location. Yes, we have kept at 2-3 locations. We have kept it 2-3 locations. We have not kept at one location. Okay.
The requirement is you must have a data at minimum 2 places and 2 different geological geofault regions, earthquake regions that we call it. So 2 different earthquake regions you must have a data so that if at one region the data is destroyed, the other region is safe. So that is the requirement.
Any other question? Yeah.
Except this issue of privacy and security, which other difficulties or weaknesses you found in implementing?
We have not found any difficulty across the country. Anywhere, Aadhaar is with us.
Simple question, what's going to
Very good question. I should have told it at the beginning of this class. Aadhaar is an Indian word. In Hindi, Aadhaar means base or platform. Initially, government thought that this platform is going to be used for all government welfare schemes. Therefore, the name was Aadhaar, and this is continuing. Yeah.
2 questions. The redundancy in the servers, how is that kept up? Is it landlines or satellite?
The data transmission is through secured leased line only.
Secure?
Lease line, lease line, dedicated line.
So a landline?
Not land, that doesn't mean landline, that can be through satellite from a point, yeah.
And is the connection to the service encrypted?
Yeah, encrypted. Totally encrypted data is transferred. At any point, even authentication happens, that is also encrypted. Yeah, Alex.
Yes, sorry. Don't you have any tensions with religious organizations because of this identification process? Because in my country, we have kind of such situation, and some religious organization they protest against such identification because they suppose that it's like devil influence. Seriously, that's.
In India, we have Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, and so many religions. And everybody cooperated with us. And our data collection person were also given the training how to handle the situation. When a lady comes to the burqa, being a Muslim lady, the operator was told that ask him her politely, or if husband is there, describe how it will happen. She has to open her burqa and show her face, then only facial image can be taken, then only iris can be taken. And after explaining, they were themselves doing all these things. So it is well accepted in India. None of the religion has made any problem for data collection.
Any other questions or final thoughts?
Yeah.
Just one last one. It's rolled out obviously starting from 2010, moving today. Is it ahead of schedule, according to schedule? How is this viewed across the country? Or are you pleased with the results so far? Did you expect to be here 2 years ago or?
Sure.
2 years
Our
ago?
target to complete Aadhaar was 2017. And we are going to complete the data collection portion in January 2016. So that means we are well ahead of our target. We are satisfied with our data collection.
The only issue was that initially when this Aadhaar concept was not thinking about taking so many things with Aadhaar. But as the process goes on, we are finding that more schemes can be made with Aadhaar to provide the benefit to the eligible beneficiaries. Now it is getting popular.
Any final questions or comments?
Okay, thank you. Thank you everybody for your patience hearing.